All right, good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Shua coming at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about why I personally do not feel that AI helps students in school, especially in math. This is just my opinion based on what I've seen with AI and testing it out and using it. I'm not a fan. Anyway, let's jump into it and let me tell you why I'm not a fan. So here I have ChatGPT open, and you know they came out with ChatGPTfor a few days ago. So I'm using ChatGPT and I said, here's the question I put in. Create a sample AI tutoring script to help students factor a polynomial when the lead coefficient is greater than 1. Okay, in Algebra 1, you come across factoring polynomials and the lead coefficient being greater than 1. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say in reference to this. So ChatGPT comes back. Here's a step-by-step AI tutoring script for factoring when the leading coefficient is greater than 1 using Socratic questioning and error-sensitive branching. Okay, so far so good. So scenario, factoring 6x squared plus 11x plus 4. So the AI tutor says, we're factoring 6x squared plus 11x plus 4. First, what do we multiply together to start the AC method? Now, what if this ChatGPT is assuming that students are familiar with the AC method? I don't believe every student is familiar with what the AC method is. For those who are not familiar with what AC method of factoring is whenever you have a 3-term polynomial, your first leading term in this case is the 6. That's going to be your A. This middle term, which is the 11, is going to be your B. And this last term here, the constant, is your C. So this is your A, your B, and your C. With the AC method of factoring, you're multiplying the A term times the C term. And whatever that is, you're looking for two numbers that add up to your B term. So that's just a little background. So let's just assume that the student is familiar with the AC method of factoring. So student correct answer, 6 times 4 is 24. AI right, multiply the first coefficient 6 by the last term 4, which gives 24. Student wrong answer, so if the student answers incorrectly, remember we multiply the leading coefficient by the constant term. That's 6 times 4. What does that give? Then, assuming that the student gives the correct answer, so now for 2, find two numbers, AI tutor. We now need two numbers that multiply to 24 and add to 11. What are they? So this is where students need to know their knowledge of factoring and basic multiplication. Two numbers that would factor to multiply to 24 and add to 11. Well, you got to think about, well, what multiplies to 24? 24 and 1, 12 and 2, 3 and 8. And out of those three answer choices, 3 and 8 would be what you need. Let's see what AI says. So student correct answer, 3 and 8. AI, yes, 3 and 8 is 24, times 8 is 24, and 3 plus 8 is 11. Student wrong answer, 4 and 6. So the student said 4 and 6. So 4 and 6 is 24 when you multiply it, but 4 plus 6 is 10. We need the sum to be 11. Try again, think of pairs like 1 and 24, 2 and 12. Okay, so now AI is giving them those pairs. All right. So now, here is now. Okay, split the middle term. Let's take a look at this. AI tutor. Let's rewrite 6x squared plus 11x plus 4 by splitting the 11x into 3x and 8x, assuming they got the 3x and the 8x. What does that give us? So the correct student's answer is 6x squared plus 3x plus 8x plus 4, which is correct. But if the student gets it wrong, then AI says we're replacing 11x with 3x and 8x, so it becomes 6x squared plus 3x plus 8x plus 4. Okay, so now AI is giving the student the 4-term polynomial. Now let's see what it's going to do here. Step 4, group and factor. AI tutor. Now group the first two terms and the last two terms. So we take the first two terms, place them in a group, 6x squared plus 3x plus 8x plus 4, that's the second two. What can we factor from these groups? Now, here's where the error comes in. Student correct. AI first group, 3x times x plus 1. Second group, 4 times x plus 1. This is incorrect factoring on AI's part right here. Why do I say that? Look at this group here, 6x squared plus 3x. We can factor a 3x out of both terms indeed, but after you factor the 3x, you're left with a 2x plus 1, not an x plus 1. Look at this one, 8x plus 4. We can indeed factor a 4 out of both terms, but you're left with a 2x plus 1, not an x plus 1. But AI said it was correct. Let's continue. Student wrong. Factors incorrectly. AI, from 6x squared plus 3x, we take out a 3x, leaving an x plus 1. From x plus 4, x plus 8x plus 4, we take out 4, also leaving x plus 1. Again, AI is incorrect. This should be 2x plus 1. Factor the binomial, the AI tutor. We now have 3x times x plus 1 plus 4 times x plus 1. What's the final factored form? AI, 3x plus 4 times x plus 1. This should actually be 3x plus 4 times 2x plus 1. So ChatGPT got it wrong. And then if the student is wrong, AI, the common factor is x plus 1. Actually, the common factor is 2x plus 1. Now, if you want, I can also create a reusable branching tablet for any trinomial. Nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. Now, here's something that people see, but they don't pay attention to it. You see this right here? ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. Here's just one example of ChatGPT making mistake, and this is a simple error. Now, I'm sure I could sit here probably over the next 5 hours and find it. I'm not going to do that. But just this one small one right here is why I am not a fan of using ChatGPT for math students, algebra students. I'm sure I could find examples in geometry and trig and whatever else. But I believe that simple going over one-on-one with a teacher in person, learning your multiplication facts, learning these skills one-on-one is the best course of action. Again, this is just my opinion. Anyway, I'm signing off. Have a good day, everybody.